Hello Lolas, this is a quick video just coming back to answer some of the questions that a few people have asked me privately, and I figured I'd make a video because why not? Because I feel like when one of us have a question, it's more of us that have the same question. So I showed my Neeley the other day, and for those that may not know, Neeley also shares the same body as the Billy sculpt. So I've had the Billy sculpt with no armatures at all, and I have also had the Billy sculpt with just armatures in the arms and not in the legs. So I've had enough experience to kind of like be able to see what this baby looks like with and without armatures, or with some armatures and not armatures everywhere. I also have a Billy right now that has the armatures also in the hip and the arms and the legs. So I've had it all different ways. So with this Neeley, he has armatures in his arms, and then he has them in his legs. But he does not have them in his hip area. So the hip, when the armatures are in the hip area, guys, it kind of restricts their little jiggle a little bit more than just having it in just the legs. So having them in the legs still allow them to have, to have that little sway still in their legs. But it allows them to, when you bend their legs up, to kind of just stay and really hold that pose. Now, can you do that without armatures in the legs? Absolutely. Sometimes they may want to try to fall down a little bit, depending on like if they're on a slope or something like that. But you can definitely pose your baby very well without armatures. So I think for me, a lot of times when I consider if a baby really needs armatures, versus if they're having them, if having them is just more for me for posing, is based off the sculpt itself. Sometimes the legs are sculpted in a position that I feel like armatures are just needed, or the legs or the arms. With this one, I don't feel like it needs armatures. Like, you could literally have one without no armatures at all, and this baby will do absolutely beautiful, just fine. They pour them in enough softness to where, yeah, it'll do just fine. Another thing someone asked me is, does the silicone wrinkle? And it does. It wrinkles. Everybody wrinkle is a little different though. Just so you guys know, the way people silicone wrinkles can vary. Like, some people, I don't know how to explain it, but some wrinkle like have like little tiny wrinkles, and some have bigger wrinkles. But yeah, he is very soft, like you. And I think all of their pores now is pretty darn soft. Sometime mine maybe, I'll be honest, mine may be a little bit softer because I've been eating mine really soft for me. But I love the super soft. Also, if they happen to pour one a little too soft, I'd be like, oh, I want that one. If you come across one and you pour it too soft and you don't feel like, no. A lot of that has to do with, a lot of times too, a lot of people, we like the soft, but this baby is powdered down, so he is not sticky right now. He's not tacky at all. But once I wash him and bathe him, that's it. The softer they are, the more sticky they are, and a lot of times it makes it a lot more harder to control the silicone with them for some people. But because when I first started painting, I learned with a very soft baby, so that's where I learned. That's where I started. So it's not foreign to me, and it don't bother me as much. But some people cannot really, they prefer not to work with that super sticky silicone. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And then, like, for me, like he doesn't have like in the shoulder area, and in the shoulder area, again, that just allows them to like see, like, now his arms, they're not gonna like stay up in the air, or his leg is not gonna like stay up in the air. I can't, it'll hold a little bit, but it's not gonna like hold all the way up in the air. I have babies that have it in both places, and it allows their legs to stay up in the air because it's in the hip area. I just cannot, I don't have one to share right now because they're on my paint table, and so I can't remove them. But yeah, so that's, you know, that's that. Also, guys, just a little fun thing about this baby, I'm so excited about him that I've already been like, I'm already thinking of a name. I was gonna name him Little Daryl, but I was like, maybe not. But I'm already thinking of a name. I'll probably actually, with him, actually maybe one of the few babies that I actually like build a private wardrobe for and stuff like that. So I'm gonna like really enjoy this particular baby. His softness reminds me of my Jasmina, and so y'all know how much I love my Jasmina. So I just love him. The prototype was also pretty darn soft, and I really loved like holding him. It was so crazy when I was rooting him, the prototype, I would literally be holding him like he was a real baby. Like I would find myself patting him on the back while I'm rooting him. That's how like realistic they feel when you pick them up. I love that. And it's a self-conscious thing. Like you do it without not even realizing that you're doing it. And so people will be like, why is she patting this baby? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Sometimes it's just like just an instinct that just makes you do it. But anyway, I'm trying to think of anything else. The color is very neutral. They have changed their color a little bit, so their color is even more neutral than ever before, and I love that. I really love his color of his paw. I'm really loving the color. Like it's pretty darn neutral for me. And then like I said, the paw is super smooth. So easy to paint. The finish comes out really nice, and I want to say that to like a lot of sculptors out here. A lot of people don't realize just how important it is for the job that the casters does. The pores and the casters job is just as important, because you can have a beautifully sculpted baby, but if that pore is like very rugged or not smooth or whatever, it does change the outlook of the baby a little bit. But sometimes not as much. It just depends on how you paint it. A lot of people, we have ways around it to make it still look realistic and nice and stuff like that. But a smooth pour definitely makes it much easier for the painter. But that's where we're at. So with that being said, your girl has to get going. I just thought I would pop in and share that part and answer the question. He does not have what we call armatures. He just have armatures in his legs that allow him to do a very tight bend, and in his arms, and he doesn't have them going down to his wrist. I do like when they go in the feet and they go in the wrist. I love that as well, because then you can flex. But that's just me, because most of my joy come from taking pictures, posing, that type stuff. Also, I of course holding them and the way they feel. But yeah, this is a kid that you do not need armatures. If you don't like armatures, or you feel nervous about armatures, because of course the doll community will scare the heebie-jeebies out of you and make you feel like, oh my god, they're gonna poke through, they're gonna this, they're gonna that. And yeah, I've had armatures break on me. Haven't had one poke through the silicone yet. Knock on wood, I don't want that to happen. But most of them don't feel like they're gonna poke through or stuff like that. Like even with the silicone, like a lot of people are really afraid of silicone. They're like, oh, it's so fragile. And I keep telling people, like, it's not as fragile as you guys make it out to be. If you ever watch one of those videos and watch how it is when they're pulling these babies out of the mold, you would know just how durable silicone is, because the way they be pulling and stretching them heads and feet and stuff, getting it out those molds, you be like, oh my gosh. Like what the guy that I watch Tate's Take, he be like, oh my golly Wally. that's how you be feeling like. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.